Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and merciful. Respected brother and sister, tolerance and right to pursue any ideology or religion assumes great importance. The Western countries consider themselves as the role models for democracy and freedom. But one question arises here, my dear brother, that did they ever consider non-whites, non-European as equal and entitled to equality and liberty? But the history tells us no. The white superiority was always underlying assumptions, and the blacks, now known as African American, were always discriminated against. Even my dear brothers, Jewish until Second World War did not enjoy equal rights. They were always discriminated. But it's also true that, in principle, West does stand for equality, freedom, conscience, and human rights. But, my dear brother, test really comes in practice. And we also have to accept the fact that Islam also stands for tolerance and respect for others' cultures and faiths and beliefs, and diversity is creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many non-Muslim ask the questions that how Islam can ever be non-violent and peaceful. My dear brothers, my answer to them is that Islam talks about universal brotherhood and equality. As per the Holy Quran, Surah Al Hujurat, chapter 49, verse 13, O mankind, we have created you from a male and female and made you into race and tribes so that you may identify one another. Surely the noblest of you in Allah's sight is the one who is most pious of you. Surely Allah is all knowing, all aware. My dear brother and sister, my answer to them is that Islam emphasizes that justice and equality are must for Muslims. And as we know, tolerance is linked with justice and equality. As per the Holy Quran, Surah Nisa, chapter 4, verse 135, believers, be upholder of justice and bearers of witness to truth for the sake of Allah, even though it may either be against yourself or against your parents and kinsmen, or the rich or the poor, for Allah is more concerned with their well being than you. Do not them do not them follow your own desire, lest you keep away from justice. If you twist or turn away from the truth, know that Allah is well aware of all that you do. My dear brother and sister, but when we see those who consider themselves as a role model for democracy and freedom, they ban on burqa, means abaya. As we know, the France government ban on burqa. It is also another instance of this intolerance for non-Western religions and cultures. My dear brothers and sisters, the question is not one should wear burqa, abaya, or not. More fundamental question is of individual right and choice. Whatever reason for wearing burqa, personal conviction, socials, and identity issue, does one have right to wear or not? Tolerance here means to accept the fact that human beings naturally distinct in their appearance, situations, perceptions, opinion, speeches, behaviors, and values. Respected brother and sister, what our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said regarding non-Muslim minorities. One hadith, Abu Dawud, believers, whoever is cruel and hard on a non-Muslim minority or curtails their rights or burdens them with more than they bear or takes anything from them against their free will, I, Prophet Muhammad, will complain against the persons on the judgment day. Respected brother and sister, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah An-Nahl verse 35, those who associates other with Allah in his divinity say, if Allah had willed, we would not have worshipped anything other than him, nor would have prohibited anything without his command. Respected brothers, from these words we can clearly understand that tolerance or patience is also the nature of God. We can also understand the tolerance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by the deeds we are doing in this world. We all are committing mistakes almost daily in our lives and doing sins, but He is continuously giving us chances to realize our wrong deeds and to not repeat them again. Okay, my dear brother and sister, see you again with some new topic. Allow me till then. Allah Hafiz.